Hi everyone, it's Kylie here for another Forest Feels. Hope everyone is doing well. We've got the crazy Christmas period coming up. I know everyone's quite busy already, just with lots of things to do and just preparing. Tonight we're supposed to have had Chakradance, the last one for the year, but there's so many people who are busy with work or unwell and can't come, so it's a bit of an anticlimax to the end of the year with the Chakradance journey, but that's okay. Next year we start again in February, and then we'll make our way down through the 7 chakras again. This time I'll be finishing up in October, so lessons learned. That's the thing when you do this and you're new and you find out that, okay, yeah, November, December, people have other things to do. So, but I'm looking forward to resuming that in February. I have pulled a card. I did one just before and I sort of lost the video, so I'm just re-recording. And the card that I had chosen, that I'd picked, was the High Priestess. So that's not the card that I was half expecting, but in a way it's a perfect card for the time that we're in at the moment. So we're in the portal of the 12th of December through the 21st, and it's a really powerful time of the year. And it's not just this year, it's every year that we go through this. And it's a great time for checking in with yourself, your dreams. I've been having conversations quite a lot recently with people where their dreams have been really vivid, I know for myself. And they're sending messages. So if you remember your dreams, usually there's a message in that. It might not be as obvious as what you might think it would be. It can be quite subtle. And also people from your past coming up in these dreams. And we're going through a closure period. So a lot of that is just time to heal some of those relationships, or even just to let them go. Just acknowledge, let go, carry on. So pay attention to what your dreams are telling you, and also your intuition. So if you're getting messages from, or just feelings that you should be doing something or not doing something, you should really be paying attention to that and following your intuition and your instincts, because you might be led somewhere that will be totally amazing, maybe nothing like what you had in mind, but it could be, for your benefit to do that. So highly recommend you pay attention, especially during this time, and also setting up for next year, letting go of a lot of stuff, preparing with the new year coming. And I'm already starting to see people online setting up retreats and workshops, and just this knowing that next year is going to be an amazing year for ideas, and they're getting them and putting them out there, which is fantastic, which I'm loving watching happening. And another thing with instinct that came to me, or I noticed earlier this week, is animals. I know I've brought it up a few times about animals. And the dog and cat, they were driving me mad, like trying to get me up. And normally once I'm up and they're fed, they just go off and go to sleep. But the dog especially was just constantly whining, and I was thinking, what's going on? Like, I just knew something was up, but I couldn't quite work out what. I knew that physically she was fine. I knew there wasn't any issues in regards to that. And I found out that we had an earth tremor that morning at 20 to 6. So that's about the time, and they were trying to get me up out of bed. And I didn't feel it. I don't think I did. I mean, there's plenty of times when I think, hang on, is that the ground moving or me or just my imagination? So I get that quite a lot. So sometimes I don't know if it's real or not. But this time it was, and it wasn't too far away from here. It was only a low lying, like 2.2 or something like that, and a couple meters underground. But animals are so sensitive to that stuff that they clearly felt it and were rattled by it, because shaky ground can bring up shaky emotions, shaky feeling and stuff like that. So just something that you might not realize. I just thought I'd bring that up, and how much they do feel a lot of this stuff. And even you know, there was storms the other day, and I reckon it was the day before, it just felt eerily quiet, and I sort of felt like it was the calm before the storm, and then we did get a storm. So the animals they just know. So if you're paying attention to what's going on, you can learn a lot and get a bit of head start and foresight with animals. I just wish I could actually understand more, which, you know, I plan to do more work around that, because I want to be able to communicate with them, because there's plenty of times when the dogs are and I'm like, I just wish I knew what you're saying. So just with the card, the High Priestess, as always, I'll read the affirmation that comes with that one, and it is, I have the answers I seek, and by following the truth I will find them. So it was, I have the answers I seek, and by following the truth I will find them. I have the answers I seek, and by following the truth I will find them. So we all have the answers ourselves. We don't need to go to people to tell us what to do, what not to do, or anything like that. We know. It's just a matter of going quiet, going within, and getting those answers ourselves. I've started to revisit only the last day or two, the silver method. It's something that I started years ago, and then, like, I am a bit of a shiny object over there, so I sort of dropped it and went to something else. It's just been popping up again lately, so I'm going through that process in just getting to that state where you go into your theatre brainwaves, and that's where the gold is. That's where you can tap into your creativity, you get answers, and even in the alpha state, so there's different levels of brainwaves that you can get into. Beta is just like your normal thinking, what we do, and then you go into the alpha, then theta, and then I've forgotten the last one. I'm sure some of you are probably telling the screen which one it is, but it's usually when you get into sleep. So I know that one really well. I just don't know the name. Delta, I think is beta, alpha, delta. And so, by getting to these different states, you can tap into different levels of your subconscious, and so that's what I've been doing, and I'm looking forward to getting into that space and tapping into what I need to be doing, because I am not doing it as much as I need to, I think. I think the mosquitoes are coming. I recommend you look it up. So I'm just looking at the ones through Insight Timer at the moment. I know there's courses that you can do, but at the moment I'm just doing that, and I think that's probably how I found it, or somewhere else through a meditation app. And they guide you through it, so it's worth looking into. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I'm sure I'll be back before Christmas, but wishing everyone a wonderful lead up to that time, and don't get too stressed, don't overspend, don't, you know, it's not worth putting yourself through so much stress. Yeah, it can be a very stressful time for people, and yeah, there's a lot of expectation. I think that's why I don't really enjoy this time of year too much in that regard, because, you know, there's an expectation that you've got to do this, you've got to do that, instead of just being who you are and enjoying your life as it is without being forced to, you know, just do things you're probably not comfortable with. There's a lot of people who aren't comfortable with this, or, you know, are in financial distress and can't afford it, but you feel like you have to because that's the norm and that's what people expect. And, you know, that's, to me, I don't like that, because there's a lot of people who get stressed for that. Anyway, wishing you all a wonderful time. Rest up. 2022 has been a massive year. 2023 is looking like it's going to be an interesting one as well. So take the time to rest for as long as you can, as much as you can. And don't forget to love and be love and give love, receive love, everything like that. Wishing you all lots of love, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.